All right, welcome back. This is the Blink camera number 3 video. We're going to finish this up. We're going to do some linear patterns, a circular pattern, add some colors, and some text. It does say Blink on the front, so we're going to kind of do it in a little bit different way, but that's what we're going to cover in this video. So first, on the top of my Blink camera up here, we have some holes for a speaker. So I want to put that pattern in here. What I need to do, again, I'm starting to sketch. So I'm going to go sketch. And I'm going to put a hole in there. Not a hole, I'm sorry. I'm going to put a circle. And I'm going to dimension it. It's fairly small. Let's go 0.02. So look at that. Yeah, that's fine. And actually, I'm going to make that a little bit bigger, just so we can see a little bit better. Won't matter. Okay, so there's our hole. Now, what I'm going to do, and this is fairly easy if you get the steps right. You can do two different types of patterns, a linear pattern or circular pattern. I'm going to show you both, but let's do the linear pattern first. Linear pattern, you'll get this menu up here. X-axis is this way. Y-axis is this way. So I can pick how many I want. First of all, I got to pick the entity. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to pick that. It's already set on 2 and my spacing is 0.1. I'm just going to leave it at that. I think that's fine. And I'm going to add, I don't know, let's just go 5. That'd be fine. But then I want some more in the opposite direction. So in the Y direction, this way, I'm going to add 2 more rows. Yeah, that'll work. But I wanted them to go in the opposite direction. So I'm going to hit the reverse sign here and send them that way. So that's what I want. That's going to be my speaker. That's a linear pattern. I have them all in there. I'm going to hit OK. Now, one thing I'm able to do, because it's a linear pattern, is I'm able to dimension where they're at. Now, since this one's in the middle, I'm going to go from the middle of that one to this edge. And it says 1.0. That's pretty close to being in the middle because that's 2 inches across. I'm going to change that to 1. So that's going to be in the middle that way. Now, it's not real important where it is off the edge, but I can still put a dimension there just to make sure. It's 0.19 on that. Let's just make it 0.2. Shift it a little bit. And there's my linear pattern. I'll get rid of that dimension. Now I'm going to go to features, and of course that has to have a little depth to it because it's a speaker, or the speaker's down in there somewhere. And so I'm going to go to extruded cut, and let's make it a little bit deeper. Let's go 0.02 maybe. No big deal. It's just for aesthetics. I hit OK. And then there's my speaker holes. All right, so that's a linear pattern. Now, on the front, there happens to be a hole, 4 holes around the outside here, and I think those are for motion detection and a light to tell you that it's on. So we're going to do the same thing, but in this case, it's a little bit different. I really don't have a plane. I can't use this surface as a plane to draw on because it's not flat. Remember, your plane is a plane. You can't draw on a curved surface. You can project onto a curved surface, which is what I'm going to do. So if I pick that and that's what I'm going to sketch on, even though that's highlighted, it's that whole surface, it's that whole flat plane from from one side to the other. So I'm going to draw a circle. Again, there's my origin. It's perfect. I can get right where I need it. Let's make this 0.5. I think it was 0.49. That was pretty close. Yeah, let's go 1 inch diameter. Then I'm going to make another circle which is going to be the one that I actually want. Oh, let's go right there. Let's make it a little bit smaller than that. Let's make it 0.04. Yeah, that's good. Now, what I want to do is I want to create a circular pattern now around that with that feature. So I can go to circular sketch, and I got to pick what I want it revolved around, and that's going to be that point. And then I got to pick the entity that I want. So I'm going to pick the circle, and as you can see, it's already preset to 4. But if I needed more, I can add more. I can add less. We're going to have 4 because that's what ours actually has. I'm going to hit OK. Now, I don't need that circle on there. And I certainly don't need the circle going through my smaller circle. So I'm going to go Trim Entity again. And I'm going to get rid of these. Then I'm going to go into each and get rid of that little piece. Some people might skip this step. I like everything nice and clean. Now I have 4 holes, exactly where I want them. I'm going to go to Feature. I'm going to give it a little bit of an extrude cut, just like I did before. Yeah, 0.02 is fine. And they didn't show up. Here's why they didn't show up. Remember, I did a cut, but what I did, let me go back to the extruded cut. Look where it cut them. It cut them in. It cut them back. I need to move them forward. I want those holes to be on that curved surface. So this is a way you can project onto a curved surface with a cut or an extrude or whatever else that you want to do. So what I'm going to do is flip it, and then I'm going to increase it a little bit just to make sure I'm outside that surface, and then hit OK. And there's my 4. So that's very important to remember which way you're going to do it. That cut went in, and I want it to come out. Okay, one or a couple more things, and we're done with this block. What we want to do is we want to put the name Blink actually right down here. And sometimes I tend to think that they're kind of cumbersome sometimes to use texts. But if I need a surface, I'm going to use that same surface. I'm going to go to a sketch, and I'm just going to click on the font, and I can type in right here what I want, which is going to be just BLINK. That's probably about the size I need right there, which is fine. I can click that bottom corner and get it centered to be about where I want it. Might go up just a little bit, maybe over a little bit. Nope, too far. Maybe about right there. Yeah, that's fine. And I'm gonna hit OK. But again, that's on a surface below this surface here. So I want to do another extruded cut. But like I learned last time, I want my cut. You can tell the cut is going back. I want the cut to come out. So it comes out of that surface, and then I hit OK. And you can see now it says Blink. And that's a cut surface. You could do it different ways. You could put a label in there. There's other things you can do, but I just found the easy way to do it. All right, now what we have to do is get this thing the right color. So I'm going to add that high gloss white to the outside here. Let's see here. There's different ways we can do it. I'm going to try this. But this I want to be a dark. So I'm going to go find a darker color. My face is in the way there. I just want that surface, that face. That works. And then let's go maybe with a little bit different color. Actually, no, let's go with the same color here. And then in the very middle, let's do maybe a lighter gray. Come on. Maybe this color in the middle, which is, it doesn't look very different from before. All right. So there's our camera. Should look very similar to this one that I drew before. Oh, if we go down here, we got a little piece right there that needs to be done. So let's go back. Oops, go to black. Put that in there. There we go. Gotta make it look good. Okay, this will then finish up the actual Blink camera. We're going to now, in the next video, get on to the plug that comes out the back, plugs into the wall. All right, on to the next video.